Thank you, Chris. Good afternoon, everybody. My name is Bruno Van Esdal, and I am the CEO of Linxo. Linxo was founded in 2010 by Hugues Pisapia, who is the CTO of the company, and myself. To date, the company has been focused on delivering an easy-to-use and automated solution for managing personal finances in France. We have launched our first direct-to-consumer site on Linxo.com, and we are talking with several banks. Our solution was the first to implement automatic account aggregation in France. It's been built in-house, and we support most of the French banks with more added every month. We are very excited to be at Finovate today to show you what the typical Linxo user experience is and how we are opening our platform in new and innovative ways. So on the screen, you can see a weekly summary email sent to Jean, or John in English. Few people look at their budget for fun, so we think it's important to remind users to go and check their accounts regularly and to let them know when something important happens. So looking at the email, John can see where he stands with each of his accounts, and he can review the alerts that were sent over the week. Typically, he would access the service after receiving one of these emails or alerts. And the overview tab that we see now has been designed to provide all the relevant information to perform a quick check. John can easily remove each of his alerts in one click. On the left-hand side, he has the summary of his accounts and balances, and the accounts are synchronized at least daily with the bank. In the middle, you can see all the last transactions, all accounts combined, and Linxo categorizes the transactions automatically, so you can check that as well. And at the bottom, the two arrows represent the income and expenses, so you can quickly check if he is overspending. So let's check his budget now. So John can see his budget as a pie chart, which is a good way to understand the proportions of the different spending categories. And at the top of the page, you can select a few months. And then you can drill down to the daily life expenses, for example. And let's switch to the bar chart to get a better perspective. And Jean is French, so no surprise, the food budget comes on top. So let's look at the transactions in this budget now. So transactions on a paper bank statement or on a PDF are pretty boring to look at. But there is an amazing potential to make them interactive and useful in the online world. For example, if John wants to see how much he has spent in the restaurant Pizza Donatello, he can click on the magnifying glass on the right. And at the top of the screen, in the search area, you can see the total amount spent and the number of visits. If you look at the green area on the right-hand side, the restaurant says, "Thank you for coming 3 times," and is offering a 50% discount if he comes back within the next 15 days. The content in this green area is much more than a static advertisement. It's generated by what we call a Linxo app. And it can embed some application logic to customize its content based on user data, such as the total spent or the number of transactions. This gives a good way for the restaurant to acknowledge John's loyalty and offer him great deals. On John's side, it's always nice to hear thank you, and with the offer, at least it's not just words. The second example is about the bottle of wine that John purchased for his great dinner a few days ago at Nicolas. Nicolas is a strong brand in France for buying wine, and it has a rewards program. So John can link his rewards program to his Linxo account so he can access his points and special deals. So for the brand like Nicolas, it's a good way to give more exposure to the rewards program. And for John, being a member in the program means more than having another card in his wallet. He has more opportunities to see the points and see the deals that are reserved to members. The last example of Linxo app that we have has been designed for a financial institution, Prêt d'Union. It's a peer-to-peer lending service that will be launched later this year in France. And by clicking on the left, we can see all the monthly payments for the loan. And if you look at the purple widget on the right, John can see where he stands with the loan, and he can access his status on the Preduno website with single in one click with single sign-on. We have seen 3 examples of Linxo apps, but we believe there are a lot more interactions to invent, and we'll also be enabling Linxo apps in other places in our interface. To conclude, we believe that personal finance management is at the center of an ecosystem that will connect financial institutions, merchants, brands, social networks, even governments, any partner really who has applications or data to contribute. Platforms such as Linxo have a role to play in facilitating and organizing this ecosystem to foster responsible personal finance management and savings optimization. Thank you for your attention. If you want to know more about our PFM platform, or if you want to discuss partnership, please come find us at the break.